The United States did not rely on one machine gun. It evolved them across wars, vehicles, and battlefields. These are the American machine guns that actually saw combat. Let's start with early and pre-World War service machine guns. Colt model of 1995. America's first widely used automatic machine gun. Distinctive swinging lever system, used in early overseas conflicts. Lightweight for its time, set the foundation for everything that followed. Colt model of 1909, improved over earlier Colt designs. Adopted by the United States Army, more reliable feeding system, used before the First World War, helped formalize machine gun doctrine. Colt model of 1914, further refinement of earlier Colt guns. Better cooling and durability, saw limited but real combat use. Heavy for infantry movement, still influential in later designs. Benet Mercy model of 1909, America's first light machine gun attempt. Strip-fed design, difficult to maintain in the field, used despite clear shortcomings. Taught harsh lessons about reliability. Lewis gun, adopted when America needed firepower quickly. Air-cooled with a distinctive shroud, used by ground forces and aircraft crews. Light and portable, highly respected by troops. Vickers model of 1915, United States service. British design used by American forces. Water-cooled and extremely durable. Excellent sustained fire capability. Heavy and crew-dependent. Trusted where reliability mattered most. Browning model of 1917. John Browning's breakthrough design. Water-cooled for long engagements. Extremely reliable. Used in static defensive roles. Became a benchmark for future machine guns. Let's move on. Standard World War machine guns. Browning automatic rifle model of 1918. Designed to move with infantry. Provided automatic fire at the squad level. Chambered in full power rifle ammunition. Heavy but effective. Changed how American squads fought. Browning model of 1919. Air-cooled version of earlier designs. More mobile than water-cooled guns. Used by infantry and vehicles. Reliable under harsh conditions. Widely deployed. Browning model of 1900. 1904. Improved wartime version. Heavier barrel and better bipod. Standardized for infantry use. Excellent balance of firepower and weight. Saw extensive combat service. Browning model of 1900. 1906. Late war lightweight version. Reduced weight for mobility. Easier to carry over long distances. Slightly reduced sustained fire capability. Favored by maneuver units. Browning model of 1917. A 1. Updated water-cooled heavy machine gun. Improved materials and components. Used in defensive positions. Extremely reliable. Ideal for prolonged engagements. Johnson light machine gun. Innovative rotary magazine design. Lighter than many contemporaries. Issued in limited numbers. Mechanically complex. Saw real combat despite controversy. Riesing Model 50. Compact automatic weapon used early in the war. Issued to certain units. Lightweight and controllable. Sensitive to dirt. Quickly phased out. Next, heavy and vehicle-mounted machine guns. Browning model of 1921. Early heavy machine gun design. Chambered in .50 caliber. Used on vehicles and mounts. High stopping power. Marked the rise of heavy machine guns. Browning model of 1900. 2101. Improved version of the earlier design. Better reliability. More consistent performance. Widely adopted. Set the standard for future heavy guns. Let's move on. Cold War and transitional machine guns. Browning model of 1942. Air-cooled heavy machine gun. Designed for mobility. Used in post-war conflicts. High rate of fire. A transitional powerhouse. Browning model of 1959. Updated version of earlier Browning designs. Improved ergonomics. Used during early Cold War conflicts. Reliable and familiar. Maintained legacy performance. Browning model of 1960. Refinement focused on longevity. Better heat management. Used in sustained combat roles. Trusted by crews. Still rooted in Browning's principles. Mermont model of 1960. Licensed production variant. Focused on manufacturing efficiency. Used by American forces. Same battlefield role. Proven reliability. Stoner 63. Modular weapon system. Could function as a machine gun. Innovative but complex. Used in combat trials. Ahead of its time. Stoner 63-01. Improved version of the earlier system. Better reliability. Used by special units. Limited adoption. Influential in future designs. Finally, modern infantry and special operations machine guns. General purpose machine gun model 240. Adapted from a foreign design, chambered in .7.62 caliber, extremely reliable. Used by infantry and vehicles, a modern standard. Lightweight medium machine gun, weight-reduced variant, designed for infantry mobility, improved handling, maintained firepower, preferred in long patrols. Squad automatic weapon model, 249, issued at the squad level, high rate of fire, lightweight and maneuverable, provides suppressive fire, central to modern infantry tactics.